Yeah, the reason I say Kobe Minu is because for me it's difficult, yeah, because a number 10 if you're playing someone as a number 10, he needs to have the right players behind him for it to function well, yeah.
Hmm.
The problem is in the number 10 position, there's about 4 or 5 players that I feel can easily play that role, and it's really hard to pick because I think you can put Eze there, Foden, Cole Palmer, Jack Grealish, James Madison, yeah. But I think in that deep line midfield role as a number 8, that for me, there's no better number 8 in England than what Kobe Minu is doing right now. I
I
don't
still
see, I don't see no one else.
I still think he's internationally wars. For me, I would probably only bring Kobe into the team now going forward. Probably call him up for friendlies and maybe the odd qualifier here and there. I'd still have him training, but I would probably put him back in the under 21s just so he has
Kobe Minu
just so he has more international
experience.
yeah. Because I
Yeah,
don't want to
but the problem is now though, yeah,
I don't want to put him
he
in a
he
position.
he's gone to a major tournament, yeah,
Yeah,
and he's proved to be one of England's best players at the tournament. So
Ow.
because he has, wait, what you trying to say? He hasn't played well.
I said it's been all right. I said for a young player, he's done well. But if I was gonna say I want to win the tournament, what I want for my midfielder, no. But as a young player, yeah, he's done well.
Well, I think
There's a big difference. Not everyone's like your man where you're like, yo, that's crazy. He's done nothing to
no,
that level. But
I think. Well, if I'm talking about in terms of when he's had the ball, he's kept possession more or less all the time. Very rarely given the ball away.
what I'm saying is I expect more from my senior national squad midfielder than just doing that in midfield. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what if I was gonna say, has he done well as a young player? 100% he's done well. It's a good moment, and he genuinely hasn't really put a foot wrong. To be fair, yeah. Has he gone that step forward where you need to control games, dominate games, dictate play from midfield? No, he hasn't. Yeah, but has he done well? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm being measured. I'm being measured in my assessment of Kobe Mainoo, and I rate him highly. And I do think he will be a very good player
Mm.
for England and Man United going forward. Yeah. But if I'm going to build a midfield, there's a reason why I would say Trent, and that's because of um, the profile of players within the squad and how I like teams to play. I like to spread the play. I like to find outballs. I'm always talking about an outball, and I don't think England do that well. So that's why I would say I would run a midfielder in there that can do that.
So
And
you
then
so more or less you're looking at Trent for his range of passing, more or less.
Trent for his range of passing, it's the same reason why I
You might
would
just put
like.
James Ward-Prowse then. You know what I mean?
Well, Trent's better. I would like
As a midfielder, I don't think he probably is.
no, but
Yeah.
sometimes you need a player
Yeah,
like
but
why? Because you're judging him according to Southgate's nonsense.
no,
Because
no,
if you
no,
was to look at him
no,
for
no, not
Liverpool, hold
this.
on, wait. If you was to go through the games where he's played for Liverpool in midfield or inverted, you wouldn't say there's no way you can say that and be honest.
Nah, listen. As I said, I'm not judging him through Southgate because for me, Southgate's a poor manager. I'm just saying that James Ward-Prowse as a central midfielder he's had more experiences as a central midfielder than what Trent is currently.
All right,
You know what I
so
mean?
when I first said about training midfield, everyone was like, "Oh, he can't play with his back
To go.
to the opposition when he
Mm.
receives it, so he's gonna get pressed off the ball." He miscontrolled it once and got put in a sticky situation because of it. Apart from that, didn't put a foot wrong whenever he played for England. And there's a reason why I said, okay, why is it Declan Rice does it twice, leads to goals twice, nobody pulls it, nobody picks up on it.
Mm.
So Rice has a poor tournament. Nobody really picks up on it. The
But
role
Lens, we
that
we
Rice is
know we
playing,
know, but we know
the
why that
role,
is though. We know
yeah,
why that is.
but like I said, the role he's playing isn't even good for him. People aren't picking up on it. So if I was to say I would want Trent in midfield, it's because I want to be able to spread the play quickly and to unsettle the defensive line. Yeah. There's a reason why I would say, okay, Anthony Gordon is a good player to play because he's going to keep the width. He's going to stretch the play. Kobe Mainoo is a good player to have in there because he's going to connect the play very well, because you don't just need long passing, you need short passing to play through the phases. Yeah. And to play, and he does pick up good positions at times. So then if I'm saying that and I'm looking at England's midfielders, I'm gonna go by what's going to most likely win me a game or score me a goal, to be specific. And if I'm looking at the performances for their clubs and what I've seen Trent do in the midfield spaces, I'd want him in the midfield spaces. Now you could say, okay, as an inverted winger, yeah, but I personally don't think that's much different, because you still get pressed from behind as a winger, even though you have the touchline to hug, especially if you're invert.
Yeah.
I personally think he would have been more beneficial for England than the system that we had. But I also think that if you then go and say you want Trent to play in midfield, you can't overload the centre of the park with everybody, because it's not going to work. And then even in that situation when Trent played in midfield, the build-up play went through Declan Rice.
Yeah.
So
you'd want Trent in that position rather than Declan Rice. Of course. Yeah.
So there's a good couple of reasons why I would say I would prefer it around him. And like I said previously, there's certain styles of deep lying midfielders that I like. The Xavi Alonso's, the Pirlo's, yeah. So if I want someone to dictate play, which England needed someone who could dictate play, we don't have a player outside of Trent and maybe James Ward-Prowse, yeah. And I don't think James Ward-Prowse can dictate a game like Trent does, week in, week out. So then that's why I would say I would have said Trent, especially with his age and everything else. So that's, for me, if I'm looking at midfield, England's like okay, the midfield is part of the problem. Yeah, but the issue for England yesterday was Kane.
Yeah, he weren't good, but he wasn't good all tournament, to be fair. But as I said, man, yeah. I mean, there's so many things that he done wrong, Southgate, anyway. But the thing is, with Trent, I do understand what you mean in terms of being the player to build up from.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if going forward, is any manager going to trust him to do that role?
I think if you don't see him do it for Liverpool, don't make him do it for the national team.
Yeah.
I'd say that, because if you have a manager like Slot, he would probably bring him into midfield more for his profile of player than probably Klopp may have been.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do it, don't do it for the national team. Play him in if you're gonna play him in his position.
Yeah.
The Reece James thing is, how much football has Reece James played in the last 2 years?
Not a lot.
So then you automatically saying, "Oh, Reece James is coming back." You're playing Reece James because of previous hype. You're not playing Reece James because of anything he's doing, though.
I'm not. I'm just saying Reece James. Me personally, I prefer Reece James as a footballer, as a right back to Trent. I do prefer him. I just think he's got more to his. I think he's got more to his game than what Trent has, and that's not saying Trent isn't a good footballer. I just think Reece James, as an overall package of a player,
I've come to accept, your blasphemous words as your opinion, yeah.
All right.
So I'm not going to put you on the time.
Alex, swing it 2-1. Come on, Trent or Reece James, swing it 2-1.
I like Reece James, and Reece James would be my right back going forward.
There we go, 2-1. So,
but
back to bed.
saying that though, this season, because Ian said the same thing for Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell should be a lot further on in his career, but he's not doing enough to keep himself fit. So that would be the exact sentiments going forward to Reece James.
Yeah, I agree.
And Ben Chilwell stay fit for a whole season to cement their place in our squad because let's face it, Chilwell's going to get in at left back because we have no left back.
But I think Tyrick Mitchell should get a chance.
Well,
There's another. But then this is
go on.
My question to both of you now. Obviously, Southgate is going to get sacked. Well, not going to get sacked, but he's going to leave anyway. Let's face it. If he stays, it'll be
He needs to leave to go Man United.
No, he doesn't even need to do that.
Yeah. Listen, I'm in a predicament right now, man. Ten Hag on Southgate. It's that painful. You know what I mean?
Manager comes in now. Do you scrap the whole squad and start again, or do you keep what we have now and make little changes here and there? What do you do going forward, and what do you think's best for us going forward?
What if we were the manager?
Yeah.
So if I'm the manager of England, yeah, first and foremost, the main thing is identifying a style of play. So the style of play that I like is possession based. So I'm gonna be looking at the majority of the side being possession based. So from the squad that England have already, I'm getting rid of. So if you look at keepers, yeah, I mean the keepers. I mean, I don't think there's no one really coming through. I like that James Trafford, to be fair. I think he got potential to be quite good. But in terms of Pickford, Aaron Ramsdale, Nick Pope, I mean, Pickford's a better ball player than the rest of them. Nick Pope's poor with his feet. Ramsdale, I don't really rate too much. So, yeah, the goalkeepers, I mean, you have to just pick one. But in terms of defense, yeah. Now, for me, if I'm picking 4 centre-backs, for balance, you need at least 2 left-footed centre-backs. England currently only have one, and that's Jared Branthwaite, who's come through. So I'm picking Branthwaite purely because